Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. This is Beauty by Niecy. If this is your very first time, thank you so much for stopping by. I would want to see you every week, so go ahead and hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell to join this wonderful family. If this is not your first time, thank you so much for all the support. Thank you for all the comments and thank you for all the likes. So today's video is gonna be a review on the new Nude Huda Beauty palette. This is the palette. I have already swatched this palette, and I use this palette to achieve this look. So if you want to see how I use this palette and if you want to know my thoughts about it, I need you to watch this video all the way to the end. So starting off with the 10 matte shades, these are the shades swatched, and I just wanted to put it out there that swatches are quite deceptive and it should not tell how these shades are gonna perform. And these are the four shimmer shades and the two glitters. These are the shades. They are so pretty. I actually realized that swatching was a little difficult, but like I said, swatches should not determine how good this palettes are gonna perform on your eyelids. Hi guys, welcome back. So going straight into the Huda Beauty new Nude palette. This palette comes in this white plastic kind of box, and then I already took it out, so this is how the palette is looking. And when you open it, if you've had Huda's palettes before, you always know that they put this pretty plastic thing here. They put it on the palette, and I think the purpose of it is to protect your mirror, because it comes with this big mirror, not to blind you guys. So it is to protect the mirror, because the shadows might transfer onto the mirror. So this is how the shadows are looking. I already swatched it. You guys have already seen the swatches. And again, there are 18 shades in here. That is including the concealer. So I'm going to go ahead and go straight in applying this palette. But my first impression when it comes to the packaging, I'm not sure if you guys are really interested in packaging, but their packaging is always excellent. It's very durable. It feels heavy. It feels really heavier than most palettes, and it shows the durability of it. So I started off with a transition shade, and I went in the shade Raw. It's a warm brown shade. It's actually a lot deeper, so I went in that shade as my transition shade in on my eyelids. So what I do is I place the shades first, and this technique actually helps me to avoid fallout. I place it first in all the areas that I need before I blend it out. Then to further deepen my crease, I went in the shade Spanked. I placed it over where I placed the transition shade, but I made sure that I concentrated it in my inner socket, but I did not bring it all the way to the front of my eye. I didn't bring it there. And then I went in with Love Bites. I placed it just in the outer corners of my eyes, and then I just diffused it to give it a little smoky, just a soft smoky look. And then to blend out everything, I use the shade Lace, which is a quite light purple shade. I use that to blend out, to make sure that there are no harsh lines on my eyelids. And then I use the concealer to carve out a little crease. I actually have my thoughts. I actually gave you guys my thoughts at the end of this video, so I'm not gonna say much about this concealer. But all that I did was I just used it to clean up the place that I was gonna put my shimmer shade. So I used the shade Crave. It is a gold with specks of purple in it. Is actually an iridescent gold. As I'm looking at it right now from the camera, you cannot actually tell because the light has washed out the color, but in person it's iridescent. There are different tones of gold and purple in the shade. It is so pretty. It is so pretty, and it will do so really well on bridal looks. And then I went in the shade Tease. I put that under my eyes to blend out. Actually, I just placed that under my eyes to tie in the entire look. Alright guys, so I went off camera to finish off this eye and the rest of my face, and this is the finished look. I hope you guys like this look. Now, I do apologize, my furnace is on, so you might hear a background noise. I have to get a microphone that will mute background noise when I'm filming, so I am really working on that, and I just wanted to apologize to you guys first. Now, going back to the palette, I have a confession. I thought this palette was very unnecessary. Looking at all the other reviews, I'm like, there's so many reviews out there. This palette is actually not a really nude, it's just pink and purples, so why should I get it? And after using this palette, I do have a change of mind. I actually got this off of Sephora for $65, and I used the 20% off VIB, so I got it for a lot less than $65. Still expensive, but this palette is so good. Now, the mattes, it says that the matte shades are buttery, and that is true because when you apply it, it blends so smoothly. It is good for a beginner. If you really you can actually use these mattes as an all-over shade if you're going out and you don't want to be looking too glammed. So I would say that it is true. The mattes are buttery, they are soft, and they are easy to blend in, and it easily diffuses into your crease, and they are very good transition shades. When it comes to, let me read off the back of the packaging. When it comes to the 4 multi-reflective shadows with iridescent finish, it is so true. I have one of them on my lid, and I noticed that when you apply it, you see gold and then you see other colors in it, like so many colors. It is so pretty. Now, I did not try any of the glitters. I have not tried them yet. I'm gonna film another video with just the glitters. And so these shades are really good. I mean, all the shades worked on me. I don't know about this shade Bear. This shade, I am not sure. I will just try to place it on my brow bone to see if it could be a brown bone highlighter. But aside that, or in my inner tear duct, you could also use that if you're my complexion, and it might probably show. I have not tried it, but I also tried this shade Lace, which I felt like it wouldn't show on my skin, but it was a good shade it didn't show that much, so it was really good to blend out the pinks and purples to diffuse it, to give you that color gradient. So honestly, depending on how good you are with your blending and how you apply your colors, this palette should really work for every skin tone. So when it comes to the concealer, that was the only thing that it wasn't bad, but I wasn't really wowed by it. This is because if you notice, and really that was really up to me to clean my brush before going back in. It is already dirty because Obviously I apply my transition and my other shades before I do the lid color, and anytime I went back in, it was making it muddy and dirty. Now if I am going to use it again, I might want to use a different brush to clean off the dirt, like a clean brush to clean it off before I go in to apply it. This palette again retails for $65. Now I will not say go get it, but all that I would say, this palette is good. This palette shows on my skin tone, and I think it will show on deeper skin tones as well, and obviously it will show on fairer and lighter skin tones than myself. So this is just the finished look, and I hope you guys love it. I hope I gave you guys enough information to decide if you wanted to get this palette or not. Alright guys, so this brings us to the end of today's tutorial. I hope you loved it. I hope you subscribe if you have not subscribed, and I hope you give me a thumbs up. Leave me a comment below and let me know what you think about this look. Thank you so much, and I'll see you in my next one.